some of you got all the letters, which includes the vowels. So if you recall last time, attention, please. Yep, thanks. So last time we spoke about intro to Coptic, how it evolved, what it is, how it came to be what we do today in the liturgy. So today is just intro to begin actually talking about the language itself, break it down, and as much as we can, because as per Abuna, only 10 minutes, now 8 probably. So I'll do what I can just to get you to pronounce some letters, because eventually what I want to do is when we pray, like today I was reading in Coptic, and most deacons would do the praisal we are saying, and it actually has a very beautiful meaning once you understand the words, sometimes a bit different from English and Arabic, right? Because every English has its own details in how they do things. Okay, so yeah, okay, works. So let me get some marker in. Okay, so what are vowels in any language? Anyone knows? Vowels. That is true. A, E, I, O, U. That is true in English. And what we call those? Okay, I like the definition. So you're making a sound to bring something called the consonant into life, because without the vowels you wouldn't even pronounce any word, and this applies to all languages. Otherwise you would face difficulty reading any word. So another definition, and they put it as yeah, so the A, E, I, O, U, Mina said, those are what are always open. You don't really close anything. A, E, I, O, U, right? And those are called the vowels. Vowels is when you actually have movement in a word. So in Arabic, you've got vowels. In Coptic, you've got vowels. In English, you've got vowels. In Coptic, you really, and you can look at the paper or anyone next to you, you've got things like the alpha, this fellow, and you've got the eta, or A, sorry, and then eta, and then iota, and then you've got the epsilon. I'm sorry for my handwriting. And then the O, and this I will leave on the side. This is O epsilon because it's pronounced special. And then you've got something called the omega, this guy. So these are your vowels, and they're pronounced A, E, which is like two iotas, that is the E. And then iota is pronounced E, a short E, or Y, like harf al-yah in Arabic, that's iota, it's very close to it. Epsilon is pronounced as E in English, but it has other pronunciations in modern time. We will come to that. O, simply O as in English, and that's why you're going to start pronouncing Coptic soon. And again, everything is in the paper, like there are 7 letters, you'll find them, or the 32, among them are the vowels. And then omega is a O, but it's elongated. So whenever you see omega, you elongate the O. You just pronounce it like as if you're stressing, emphasizing, oh, that's omega. You have to pronounce it like this whenever you see it. Right. So just to give you some pronunciations, this is the letter Ro. And if we put, just to pronounce it, right, to bring it into life, you put a O next to it, became Ro, right? If I put something like this next to it, you cannot say Ro. There you go. Whoever growled, that is what you do. Ro. So you have to pronounce it. Yes. So for example, yeah. And then you've got, here is a word, I like to always leave people with some words. So here is a word for, this comes from a very old Egyptian word. Yes, thank you. Uro. Uro. Because this right here is pronounced as a U. Yeah, there you go. That's what you did.
Always a U?
Yeah. So whenever you see this guy, you say U. Even if in the middle, it twists your tongue and pronounces a very short, well, soft W, right? If it's in the middle of a word. Uro means king, right? And it comes from old Egyptian hieroglyphic. In the Middle Egyptian, they used to say Pera'a, which means the high house, and can refer to Pharaoh. So it became in Fayumic Coptic Erro. Now in Bohairic we say Uro, right? A king, if you want a translation, right? I want to skip into a couple of things. Now, here's the thing, because I know I will be fast-pacing, and I'm sorry for that. I usually like to take my time because I would break down.
Here's what. You have all sessions divided. You have more sessions.
Okay.
Because this is very interesting session.
Yeah. So even more interesting next to come, like the things to come. It's just I don't want to. Okay. Let me go through pronunciations on each and every consonant that is tricky in Coptic that you must know. Okay? Because that's when we start reading Jebeniot with each other, and we will get to why we're reading it this way, then we all read it together when we pray. That's actually your identity, Coptic. So some fun facts about Old Buhairic. Now, as Abuna said, there are people that are like my teachers and masters in this, like there's PhDs in this, but your pronunciation currently is more of a Greco-Coptic because of the influence of the Greek church. Still, we retain things, but due to many historical facts, I put some links last time, things changed a bit. So there is Old Buhairic, where things were very authentic. I like your focus. So he's like a hawk, he's focused, he's like, so in Old Buhairic, there are certain things I'm gonna try to quickly, call out. Okay, so this is a very famous letter in Greek language and Coptic. It's pi. We pronounce it p. In old times, they pronounced it as Arabic pronounced things like b. So in the old time, they would say b, right? Not p, not the soft p, Pepsi thing, right? And now it does have a sounding thing like a p, right? You can pronounce it the same way, but I'm just saying a fun fact. The old A, this is called A, pronounced like this. We're just adding iota at the end to pronounce it, because remember, any consonant will be moved by a vowel, you will produce the word. Otherwise, if we're reading, like, for example, hieroglyphs, if you're gonna read like uro, you will be like r. You will not be able to understand what they wrote, so you need the vowels. So anyway, the A was pronounced as more of a in English. So we would say Jebeniot, right? You would say something like I don't know, like maybe I don't want to confuse you. Oh, well, Jebeniot. So in Jebeniot it was close to Jabaniot, not Jebeniot, Jabaniot. And even today in Egypt, you hear people from Upper Egypt say Amal al-Jabaniot, Amal al-Jabaniot. They're pronouncing it the old way today, but we're not realizing. They are pronouncing it still like that. So it's more of an A, not E. But otherwise, if you pronounce it with the modern Greco kind of Coptic, it's Jebeniot, right? If you pronounce it this way. The letter Tav. This is the letter Tav in Coptic in the 32 letters. This guy is pronounced Ta, right? Like, I'm just pronouncing things in English, just giving you. And it's also pronounced D. It depends on, but that's why I'm giving you some fun facts. You will find leaking words that still have these pronunciations, and we can call them one time, I still am not done with the list, but I can bring from the liturgy how the priest, taken from another priest up until 2,000 years ago, the pronunciations that are still today from the old times. Okay, something called the Jenkem. This is a very important guy. This guy is literally this, a dash, like a cut on top of the letters. And all it does, it's adding the letter A in front of whatever you're going to pronounce. So, for example, when you say to someone no, like if I'm saying whatever, it's like hemsi, meaning sit, you are telling me no, you would say something like, this is pronounced emmon. That's no in Coptic, right? Yes, emmon. Now, why this is pronounced mu or meh? Why I'm saying on this guy emmon? Because of the jinkim. Good job. Yeah, good job. You guys are smart. I would probably have needed more time when first I saw the jinkim. I was like, what is going on? Yeah. So emmon, because of this guy, and as Mark and Mina said, this guy forced me in pronouncing it emmon. Because if I said mun, that is not the word. You're really talking about something else. Right. So another example, just to show you, if someone was wondering, right? So I would say the Yeah, so yeah, if I do this, I just separated the vowel. So when it comes the jinkim on vowels, it's pretty much separating a syllable. So instead of saying anuk, you say anuk. That's pretty much it. If you see the jinkim on a vowel.
But how would you read it?
Anuk. Yes.
So so you don't say e or a, you say
Yes, because the a when you add it, it's on every consonant, not the vowels. This is a rule that you can pronounce any word with. If you say it on a vowel, like the ones we listed, the a, ita, it will create its own syllable for the pronunciation, but it's not going to add a. That's for consonants. It will add a for consonants. Anyway, there are many other